So the Mariners season has ended with a victory where the Mariners will go to 85-77, but unfortunately, the Mariners will not be making the playoffs, and they will be going into the offseason without being in the playoffs for the second straight season. And it seems that it was only just yesterday where Cal Raleigh hit that home run, the walk-off home run to get the Mariners into the playoffs. Very disappointing because the Mariners had a 10-game lead in the division in the middle of June, and they squandered it completely. And they did it faster than the 1995 California Angels, and that was considered unprecedented. And ironically, that was what helped the Mariners get into the playoffs in 1995. But I'm not going to talk about so much about the Mariners season itself. I'm going to talk about my reflections throughout the season. And first off, I just want to say thank you to all of you for being part of my channel, being part of my videos, being part of my podcasting, and most of all, being part of my live shows where I did 62 Mariners games out of 162. My goal was 80 or 81, and although it was disappointing that I did not get to that number, which my goal of that is next year, I am still proud that I was still able to do even more than I did in 2023, which was around 42 to 43. And I am proud that I was able to provide a place for Mariner fans to express all their opinions on whatever they wanted to say, whether it was Jared Apoto's a terrible GM or president or whatever. Mariners are terrible. Mariners are good. Scott Service is a good manager. Whatever it was, whatever you wanted to say about the Mariners, I appreciate all of you for providing those opinions and venting off when the Mariners were not doing so well or celebrating with me when the Mariners were doing well themselves. I just want to say that it was a great experience that I was to cover this Mariners season again. It's been a privilege because I remember I was saying it years ago that I said I could do better than like Dave Sims or even Aaron Goldsmith, and here I am for the second season in a row. I'm doing what I can to put my money where my mouth is. Other people that I want to thank throughout the season, I want to thank Urinating Tree for being there on the opening day. The big YouTuber who has around like 600,000 subscribers. He's a huge YouTuber. You should check him out. I want to thank Steve Silver, who was one of my new recruits for this season to be my color commentator for the season. I definitely want to thank you for that and being part of it, being available for the most part, and providing that second voice so I don't burn out my own voice. I want to thank you, Jay Trident Podcast, where once again you helped me grow my channel in 2023, and once again you were part of the growth in 2024. Although you weren't available as much because of hashtag don't quit your day job and you had just enough time to do the videos yourselves, which I don't blame you at all, I still want to thank you for being part of for this season, and I really do thank you for that. I also want to thank Jim Moore for joining me in a podcast for a day. I want to thank Dave Softy Mahler, who is also in one of my podcast shows for a day as well. So I just want to say thank you to all of you. And I know I said that hundreds of times. I know it's cliche. And I even want to thank the fans that also contributed to my channel by either joining my membership or donating to my channel. And I know it's sometimes I sound a bit needy when I say, hey, donate to this channel or subscribe. I still thank you. And most of all, I just thank every one of you for your participation of this YouTube channel, because without you guys, there is no Rooftop Sports. There is no community for the Rooftop Sports. So even with you being there in my live shows or leaving a comment, I really do appreciate that very much. And what is to go forward for the off season and after baseball? Well, you'll be seeing me covering the Seahawks for that season. You'll see me covering some playoff baseball. I'm going to be covering some Astros games because I just happen to have Astros fans. No hard feelings on the Mariners. It's just business. I got to know the market. Going to maybe create some NBA content video, as I do have some ideas on that. And also the Mariners nostalgia videos, which I will be doing throughout the season, off season, since that's where the audiences are to watch some Mariners history videos to dwell on. I do have some ideas. I'm going to make some of those. And also, other ideas I have is maybe doing like Mariners nostalgia games at least once a week or maybe once a month to reminisce about the Mariners' past. And my most favorite part that I'm going to have fun with as well is updating on my fantasy football teams or fantasy sports teams in general. And you'll get more of those exclusive updates when you join my YouTube membership, which is just $5 a month. So although baseball season is over, there's still a lot of things to work on before the next Mariners season starts. So I'll be looking forward to do all that work. And well, that's going to be it about Mariners baseball, what's going forward after the Mariners season. And once again, and I will say it again, and it may sound cliche, I just want to thank every single one of you for being part of my channel, the channel's growth, as I grew around 700 subscribers since the start of the 2024 Mariners season, and hopefully going into next year, we can gain thousands of more. I just want to say thank you and have a good day. And painfully saying, of course, go Mariners.